in Canada.
Oh, no.
It's Friday, you bastards.
The internet brings comic fans around the world into one comic book community. Comic creators and comic fans, tonight you are seen, heard, recognized. Because comics are for everyone. Live from Miami, Florida, broadcasting around the world, this is the Not Near Mint Show.
So, welcome to the Not Near Mint Show, everybody. It's Friday. It's the time we've all been waiting for because it has been a long week. We've all picked up a few books, right?
A few.
We have Hugh Miraclemans here.
Good to see
I'm
you.
Mr. Miracle.
Good to see you. Kirby run.
Look, first of all, that's not entirely the Kirby run, you dumb son of a bitch. And secondly, I apologize, Tacoma. That was way out of line. I was agitated, you see. Somebody trying to steal my shtick. But it's fine. We're gonna let it ride.
I'm pretty sure Mr. Miracle came before Miracleman. I don't know. I'm gonna have to check that.
I might have to set Canada on fire.
Well, you better be quick about it because other
You
people might
guys-
have an agenda on that. All right, so we're back to Friday. It's the end of the week. We usually do this every week. It's the top 10. So I already have it set up. So the way that this always works is that based on my 27,000 comics back here, since I have it both in CLZ and CovrPrice, both of them are paid accounts, you go into CLZ's update values button, and it will give you an up-to-date reading on anything that was sold at least once over the course of that week. So you're going to be seeing the wildest price variations from really up high to crashing. So we're just going to start off with the bottom 5 crashes. So these are the bottom 5 comic books that came out this week. And well, first of all, I want to thank everybody for joining us tonight. But here we go. Here is the number 10 book. This is the second appearance of Loki, second appearance of Balder. This came out in 1962, Journey into Mystery, 88, in a fine condition. Somebody got this on eBay this week for $180 for a pretty decent mid-grade copy. It has dropped $167.
That's significant.
Yeah. Although I'm pretty sure that we have a number 1 book that Tacoma's going to be showing soon enough that will blow all these out of the water. But here we are with number 9, Fantastic Four Annual number 2. There's the origin of Dr. Doom. This came out in 1964 in a 5.5 fine minus raw. Somebody paid $366 for this 1964 book. It is down $142. Now, this might have been right before we had all those announcements on a 4-hour-long video from Marvel saying who's going to be in Doomsday. I mean, we know this guy's going to be in it. Don't know how this dropped so high, but there's plenty of them out there. Number 8, here's another one that dropped. Incredible Hulk Annual Issue 1. This is the classic Jim Steranko cover where it interacts with the title as he's crushing it and holding it like Atlas holds the world. This thing came out in 1968 and also in a 6.0 fine raw. Somebody paid $207. It is down $66 this week. Now, for a newer book that really dropped this week, it no longer has a TV show that's out. Hi, Kenneth Bird. So no longer a TV show on the WB. The Arrowverse is done. It's kaputsies. So this thing has dropped quite a bit. Came out in 1999. Jeff Johns created this sister in honor of his sister who passed. I think it was leukemia that she might have passed from. So this was in dedication of her. It was a really great concept, and it went about 9 issues, 10 altogether if you include the issue 0. But first full appearance of Star Spangled Kid, Courtney Whitmore, and sidekick. First appearance of Stripe, that's Pat Dugan, came out in 1999. $5. It is down $52.
Yeah, that thing was overpriced, man. There's a ton of those out there.
Absolutely. I
I
got the entire run for $10.
Right. You could get it for nothing forever.
And then all of a sudden, hey, TV show, $50. Wait, what?
Yeah. Overpriced.
All right, here's another one that got overpriced too, but as part of that independence that if you just wait long enough, they do come down. So number 6, we have Beneath the Trees Where Nobody Sees, number 1. This is the lower print smash 2023 indie sensation about an anthropomorphic killer. There is now a series in development that has already been solicited. So that'll be coming out soon enough. But for those people that didn't want to pay $50, $60, $80 for a copy of this, all you would have had to do is just wait this week. Somebody paid $25. It is down $25. So those are ones that go ahead.
I like the symmetry there. Somebody paid $25. It's down $25.
That's actually a book that I want to get into and want to like at least read the first issue, but I was not going to pay those prices.
It's worth it to get, but for $50, I agree. Just like Monsters, really good book. I don't think it's $300 good. I don't think it's $200 good. I don't think it's $100 good.
Nope.
Like $20, $30. Yeah, that sounds about right. But right now, it's one of those, everyone's talking about it. And because of that, you'll be paying for it just because of that. So those were the ones that all dropped. Here are the ones that went up this week. Starting off with number 5, because it's Women's History Month, and this always seems to be in a top 10 list. We have Mockingbird number 8. This is the iconic, controversial Joelle Jones cover where it says, "Ask me about my feminist agenda." And, incels just sort of went wild with this. That, oh my God, a woman reading a comic book? How can that be? No, it should always be fat white men. Oh, fuck. I gave away the game.
Hey,
controversial.
I feel targeted.
Controversial. You can't see the other hand. Controversial.
Yeah, the air quotes.
Worst air quotes ever.
Weren't they, though? They look like some pretty good bunny ears, though.
Well, this book came out in 2016, and back then you had these people that we just talked about CG. We never want to say their full name because we don't want to give them the oxygen to exist because they're not worth it to exist. But it's those people that are causing trouble because there's always a small group of people that are willing to ruin things for everybody else. I'm seeing in the private chat, yes, I do. And a yes, he does. Okay, that was number 5. This is somebody paid $34. It is up $21. Usually you can find this for about $10 or $15. So if you wait long enough, I'm sure you can find it for that. Number 4, I'm sure this has a little bit to do with the new movie that's going to be coming out. This is the first appearance of the Elite in Action Comics 775. This is the newsprint variant, so that's why it's 775B. This thing came out in 2001, and for me, this is my single favorite single issue of a Superman comic book ever. There's reasons, but it's a done in one, and way back then, they created this team called the Elite that was just a knockoff, really, of the Authority. And eventually, DC and Wildstorm merged together, so it didn't really matter that you had these knockoffs, and they sort of just incorporated them into one another. But you had Superman going up against these new people, and these new people were willing to kill. And it just shows that, his values, they still operate and work in a world where 9/11 can happen. That's number 4. This thing came out in 2001. It is $40. Somebody paid for this. It is up 30, meaning somebody paid a lot more this week. Next up, we have number 3. This is Marvel Superheroes number 13. Way back in 2021, when there was the new Captain Marvel movie with Carol Danvers, this thing was a beast. And then after it came out, those same insoles that didn't like the Mockingbird with asking about my feminist virtues, and you can see why this thing dropped, but it's coming back up this week. A fine condition 6.0 copy from 1967. Somebody paid $177. It is up 59, meaning just a few weeks ago, somebody was paying right around just over $100 for a mid-grade book. Damn. That's number 3. This is number 2. Number 2 is Marvel Spotlight. Number 2, this is the first appearance of Werewolf by Night, Jack Russell. I don't know if he's supposed to be appearing in a new special coming up, because after that last special with Elsa Bloodstone, we just really haven't seen anything about Werewolf by Night. He currently has an ongoing.
Great show, though.
I loved it when it came out in black and white, too. I thought it was even better in black and white.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah, there's an ongoing Werewolf by Night comic right now, at least. But usually that doesn't drive the sales spikes. So honestly, if somebody could let me know why this thing has jumped so much this week, because for a 1972 book and a 5.0 raw, somebody paid $190. It is up 75. But on average, this usually goes for quite a bit more than 200 on a mid-grade book. All right, that's number 2. Now here we go. Number 1, the biggest book of the week that somebody paid the most amount of money for. It is Ghost Rider number 1 in a VG condition from 1973. This thing is always jumping wildly up, wildly down. Somebody paid this week for 4.0 copy. $252. It is up 77, and those are the top 10 comics of the week. And just a reminder, this list is to help collectors and readers determine if they should look for a particular comic book or series online, or just wait 6 weeks. And if it's still up, wait 6 months. And if it's still up after all those 6 months, you might as well just buy it, because it's not coming back down. Not anytime soon. So those were the top 10, and I think it's about time to start talking about Women's History Month and the fact that, wow, because of putting out all of these shorts over these last couple weeks, which if you don't watch the shorts, it's okay, I understand it. Not everybody's into trance dance music, but it is entire runs of comics. It's similar to what Tacoma does for his final run Fridays, and I'm doing in 1-minute videos set to famous and not so famous DJs. So otherwise, who wants to go first?
I want to go first this week, and I'll tell you why.
Okay. You want to go first? Let me put you up on the screen.
Somebody thinks they're funny. And I'll tell you why I want to go first. The reason is so I can say I touch your girlfriend with those air quotes. So I didn't actually get a lot of comics. I didn't get a lot of comics this week. And I mean that. I'm not playing with you. So I'm going to go fast, really fast. Okay. First, I got a couple of Harleys.
Nice.
I had to get the Frank Cho's. It's a hard knock life when you have to choose between a Frank Cho cover and an Amanda Conner cover. That's what you call tough. That's tough times right there, right? And then I also got, look at this beautiful Rick Veitch Turtles cover from Amazing Heroes. They're great. And I grabbed this. I didn't know much about it, but just so you all know, in case anybody was wondering, it's Jock and the art, Snyder writing, Jock art, and Jock draws a naked booby in this one. Not the best naked booby I've ever seen. And then I've seen better naked boobies. Okay. And then we got this Dracula Vampirella Rage cosplay cover. All I have to say is that looks like a yeast infection waiting to happen. Oh, God. Then I got it's awful, right? And then I got a Kickstarter came in. Check this out. So it's 4 issues. That's I think it's 0, 1, 2, and 3, or I don't know. But there's some Joe Vigil, there's some Tim Vigil, there's some Tim Tyler, there's some Enrique Todoroni. I don't know. Tedorowski. I don't know. He did Justine. And the art's great, right? Like it's all black and white. It's all guys that is it's not really underground, but it's like it's very small press stuff, very very indie press stuff from the 90s. And these guys are doing this. They like to call themselves the Last Outlaw Comics. I don't know about all that, but that's what they like to call themselves. And last but not least, oh wait, I got two. Hold on. I got two. I'm going to show you. I don't know which one's my favorite. Second appearance of Bawana Beast right here. Look at that. Isn't that pretty? Talk about the worst. How long is this guy's arm? Jesus Christ.
What were his powers? Bawana Beast's powers.
I think they were very Animal Man-esque. I don't remember. I haven't read this issue, and it's been a long time since I read his first appearance, which I've had for a while. I actually ended up getting it free.
That is really bad art.
Oh my God, it's awful.
I like looking closely at it. Like his left arm looks flat. His right arm looks twice as long as his left arm. He's got the shortest forearm. His shoulders are just funny. And yeah,
it's awful. I don't know who that is. Anderson? Could that be Murphy Anderson? Am I making up a name? I don't know.
I'm gonna buy it. Like if you say Murphy Anderson, I'm like, yeah, that looks like a Murphy to me.
And then last but not least, my favorite thing that arrived this week. I've been watching for one of these for a while. Finally got a good price on it. The Betty Pages annual number 2.
Wow. That's beautiful.
It's a gorgeous book, square bound, right?
Nice.
Lots of great Betty images. I can't show you anything inside because chances are, yep. Nope, she's naked. She's naked in almost every image in here.
Putting the graphic novel.
Hold on. Let me see if I can find. Nope, she's still naked. No.
Somebody buy her some clothes.
Here we go. Here, she's wearing clothes in this one. Here we go. Oh,
good for her.
There you go. I mean, they're not a lot of clothes, but she's got shoes on. So this was like the Betty Pages were like a fanzine back in the day, and they collected a lot of the photos that at that point hadn't been seen a ton, but they're not always the highest quality of images. Some of it's really grainy and stuff. I have a couple of the monthly newsletters they used to send out. They might've been bi-monthly newsletters they sent out. And they're fun to collect, but there's so many better Betty Page collections now, high quality stuff, that this is more like the completest than it is, if you really love Betty. There's, like I said, just so many better ways to view these pictures. But that's my favorite pickup of the week, and that's it. After that, I only have new books, so I'm gonna let somebody else go. It's your turn, Michael.
I need to see 4 fingers. I'm seeing 3 fingers. There you go.
You said.
Oh my God, it's like a bunny without an
from
ear.
the other side of the room.
You got to switch the camera. Switch the camera, worst.
Yeah, I was trying to dig out. I have no idea where I put some of these books that I had earlier this week. All right, who wants to go next?
Are we doing the new pickups? Oh,
I'll go.
Tacoma.
So first of all, last night I went to see Emond and the Sniffers in concert. If you have not heard of Emond and the Sniffers, Australian punk feminist band, really fucking good. Like, me and my friends see a lot of like bands that look like me because they're really old, and I was listening to them in the 80s, 90s, and it's nice to be into like a fresh young punk band. But I'm tired, so I took the day off today because I'm not young anymore. Pre-planned. I planned to take the day off. So I went to a comic book shop, a place I haven't been to in a while. It's in Kent, Washington. It's called Page Turner Books. Fucking phenomenal. The guy, if you look at my Instagram, I posted about 40 short boxes on tables in a row, and underneath those there are at least another 60. And then he says in the back room he's got 3 times as much as what's out on the floor. He tells me, and this is the second LCS owner I've had tell me, that people are selling a lot of stuff right now. Fear of recession, crazy fascist government, all sorts of things are making people worried and needing cash. So there's a lot more. And he said the bubbles burst, which we've all known since like post-COVID. So there's a lot of deals to be had out there. every single thing I got was half off whatever the listed price was. So go through some of these fast. I'll slow down when it gets interesting. First thing I noticed was before I even got to the short boxes was the magazine racks. I was able to replace 4 of the ElfQuest original magazine warp issues that just the ones I owned weren't that great. So 8 and 11, which has my 2 favorites, Strongbow and Moonshade on the back. I need to show the backs of these because they really did these beautiful drawings on the backs of these. 13, which was a little bit dirty, but I've cleaned it up already. Pike, everybody's favorite boozer. And 14 with Winnowill and Tildak on the back, which also is just gorgeous art, man. I love Wendy. She's so amazing. So got 4 of those. Those are $3 each, which they're usually like 5 or 10. And those are nice shape ones too. Filled out 4 more issues in my Marvel Comics Presents run. Issue 157. Anybody tell me why these are not bagged and boarded? It's intentional. Because they are always double covers. It's easy to show you like that. Boom.
Just
This
get a see-through
one-
back.
What's that?
Just use a see-through back.
Yeah, that's money. This one is just a full page. That's one. It is 151, which I needed. This one I love. There was a point at which I was trying to collect all the Siege of Darkness issues, but it just was something I was doing for fun. Nothing I was really into, and I gave up after a while. I like this one, this man thing here. Always like a good man thing, grabbing somebody. Boom. All right. Got 4 ROMs that I needed. 7, 14, 19, 21. And I think 2 of those are keys. I finished my Simonson Thor run. All I needed was these 2 for whatever reason. 375, 376. And I mean, these are listed at $5 a piece, so I got them for $2.50 each, or $4. So I got it for $2. I need to improve my copy of 365, but I technically have the whole run. Random Cloak and Dagger I needed. I mean, this guy just had boxes, and they were alphabetized, and they were like even like this volume, then this volume, then this volume. Is beautiful hunting.
That's rare.
I needed 20.
Ooh.
I picked up 56. You guys can all see why.
Pence
variants. I had a bunch of those. In the later Captain Marvel run, I got a whole bunch. Apparently, I didn't need 10. I screwed up. But I got a whole bunch of other books I needed for $1.50 each. I'm trying to finish my Hudlin run on the Black Panther. So I got 3 of those. Got some Alias books I needed. Got some Bendis New Avengers books I needed. Cool stuff. I'll show you a little bit slower. You all know that I've been collecting this. I finished the Fantagraphics. Now I'm on to the Mirage.
Oh, yeah.
So Usagi Yojimbo 8.
never ends.
It does. 11. I love that cover. And 14, which means I only have 3 left in this run. So I've got the whole Fantagraphics. I've almost got this run. I've got all the IDW. Just missing about 20 issues of the Dark Horse, which was like a 160 issue run. Grabbed 2 Star Wars Empires that I didn't have for $1.50 each. Oh, and I finished my Thing run, so I'll put that on a full run Friday sometime soon.
Oh, I didn't realize it, but the new Thing run that's about to start, I guess maybe next month or the month after, it's written by David Pepos.
That's cool. Who is he?
Everybody knows who David Pepos is.
I don't know who David Pepos
He's
is.
probably the most famous person in the world.
Well, he's probably one of the most famous people that were on our show. Go ahead, Miracle Man. What were you going to say?
David Pepos is a phenomenal friend of the show. And I am insulted, sir, that you have not watched the back catalog of episodes to know precisely who David Pepos is.
Don't gatekeep. Don't gatekeep.
He is the current writer of Space Ghost. He is the writer of the soon-to-be-released Captain Planet comic. He is the writer of Punisher, a very short Punisher run. It was short. He is the writer of Spencer and Locke. He is, quite frankly, sir, one of the finest writers in comics today.
Savage Avengers, maybe.
Savage Avengers,
Maybe.
where we got a Miles Morales Deathlock. And if you didn't know about that, then you missed the
Hey, but it's
coolest Avengers book of the year.
Well, look what I've gotten, like just by what I've learned just by listening. Isn't that awesome?
That's
So-
good job.
I have this, but I have it in my collection of Polybag's Executioner songs, not in my X-Men box. So I had to get another copy of that. You all understand.
Yes, sadly,
Cool
we
cover
do.
I was missing.
We do.
I was missing this.
Hold that last book up again real quick. Hold
Isn't
on.
that beautiful?
Look, that is a great cover. And look, all I'm going to say is no infections with that outfit. No, right? Like, look, if you look at that one and now look at this one.
Yeah.
Look at this one.
Who
See?
douches? Who doesn't douche?
See? See? Okay, go ahead.
Almost done. Boom.
That's what he said.
Boom.
Nice. Good one. Like it.
Boom.
Awesome.
Now here's one I haven't checked. I don't think I have it because when you're going numerically, you don't look for 534.1.
Nope.
But this was during the time when they were painting Emma Frost's costumes on, and in any real world, they would not actually stay on like that. Got myself an Uncanny, and then even though I wasn't sure if I had these two because I don't have my list, but these are easy to flip.
Nice.
Just two newsstands.
Oh,
Very
yeah.
nice. Very nice.
540 and 541. So I get stuck sometimes in thinking about the next auction I might want to do, and like, oh, look at that book, I can flip that. Look at it. So this one, other than the Pence variant and the two newsstand X-Men, all of this is being rebagged and boarded and put in my PC. And then he had some bigger books. I kind of stayed away because I was trying to finish runs. I might go back in a week or two, but I got this one, which I'd always wanted,
That's a great one.
for half off that sticker price, not the $195 price, but
Pulp Fiction, guys, read it.
half off that 35, so 17. Yeah, I've always wanted that cover. Really happy that I got that for a pretty decent price.
That's a great
And I thought that I should end with that because it's a good lead into Women's History Month. Now I will show my other big book next round, but that'll just be a single book. But this is a nice way to lead us into women's history or into the other Mr. Miracles books.
The original Mr. Miracle.
Wow.
The
Wow.
first.
You notice that I just threw. Go ahead.
I can't wait until we take your cultural history from you.
Oh,
We have no oil.
Nope. Stop talking. Go to jail.
You guys got oil. I can't believe we haven't conquered you yet.
We don't have any oil. No natural resources.
There's no trees. We got polar bears and snow. That's it.
Okay. So I wasn't going to start off with it. These are it's my time. I shouldn't jump. Sorry.
It's your time.
Okay.
Do it.
okay.
I wasn't going to start off with this book, but I think it leads into nicely Women's History Month. So I got some new Richie Rich.
Nice.
Obviously, yeast infection.
Oh God. I've started something, haven't I?
Oh, Gloria. I love the bank books because most kids don't know we needed bank books when I was young. Like it would be like it goes zzz, 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 and it'd tell you all little things you'd done that month, how much money you'd spend. And it's also funny being an old person because like you're the last one to say, no, I need to keep a bank book while everybody's going, no, it's going electronic. And it's like, no, it's like a little diary of all my spending.
Like in the 1950s, I think the top three things that kids were thinking about were like dinosaurs, number one, number two, seahorses that are found on the back of comic mags, number three, X-ray vision, not mommy, daddy, can you teach me about banking?
He has so much money. He's just throwing it around.
Wow.
Poor Freckles. Freckles,
Just throw it away when you're done.
like Freckles, like he's just teasing Freckles, who lived in a little shack with his mute brother, Pee-wee. Like, Come on, get it together, Richie Rich. Okay, so let's get to some superheroes. Not the original superheroes, but this is a line that people forgot about. It's called 4-Star Spectacular because there were 4 stars in it. And if a story included an extra star, they would just edit it out to make sure that they stayed true to the title. It's 4 stars. I got a few Batmans I picked up. The Batman family when they were still
Nice.
Nice.
Got a little run. I think I'm missing the 3rd one though. I didn't realize when I picked it up. I thought I got them all.
Go back to that. What's unusual about that cover there?
He's holding a gun.
Yes, he is.
And it's impossible to actually stand the way that he's standing.
And also, didn't they kick Todd McFarlane off that book and put Alan Davis on it because McFarlane was taking too long?
Oh,
yeah.
really?
Yeah.
Is that
Something about not being able to complete full moons.
Wait, is this this? Yeah, this is still a McFarlane.
That's McFarlane. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think the one issue was a Davis that you held up.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
And these I love. I just love these.
Yeah, it's a good era.
It was really solid writing. These
Well,
guys.
Yeah.
It was kind of a retelling of his origin story as well. Got a little bit more detail into his training. Then we get into I can't pronounce. Oh, can I? Brayfogle. I really love
Norm Brayfogle.
Yeah, he did a great run. Alan Grant and as the writer, really nice. Yeah, really nice air there. If you don't follow the reprints, they're doing some trade paperbacks called DC Finest. So I think we're finally going to get some nice reprints of that era. I'm hopeful because they're doing some pickups of that. So Mr. Miracleman told me last week. This is called a graphic novel, not a.
You son of a bitch! You son of a bitch! That's all a beautiful book, though. That
It is.
Book, yeah. Did you not get the Wednesday comics when they came out?
I do have them too,
Oh, okay.
but
All right.
I like this because it's easier to read. So I
Yeah.
didn't.
Easier to store.
And on top of that, that newsprint really isn't aging well.
Yeah.
No.
Now, one thing again, for our viewers out there, I never thought this trade paperback would be reprinted. Hard paperback would be reprinted. Trade hard paperback, okay, would be but they're actually doing. If they stick to it, they're actually reprinting it. I never thought like this would go to another print run again. But yes, it is coming out again, which is kind of cool. Then the last things I got. Now, nobody talks about this series. I think I'm the only one on the show who knows about these guys, but it's something called Northwest.
I got that.
Again, it's a graphic novel, as Dr.
This guy over here. You know, I actually have an opportunity to meet the Pennies in about 2 weeks.
Nice. I met him a couple years ago. I haven't seen him since.
Now, I don't want to drop rumors on the show and get sued, but I have heard from those in the know that those two, when they were younger, liked to party.
Could be.
Party? Are you telling things we're not supposed to know?
You have meddled with the primal forces of nature.
About that. Yep, about that.
Let me get the orgy scene here. Is this the orgy scene? Yeah.
Yeah, that's the type
Yeah.
of partying I'm talking about.
Yeah. So if you don't know how to do an orgy, and this is how I learned, I was doing it wrong.
All this time, all these orgies I went to.
Like for a long time, I thought 23andMe was the title of my orgy, but
Jesus fucking Christ.
okay. But those graphic novels were great. Just those are the old 80 ones, and I think it was the first time it was colorized. So I really love them. Even though I love the originals, I love the colorized versions as well.
That's wonderful. Well done. Beautiful books. Beautiful books.
All right, I guess I can show a couple that I got because it's literally about a couple. So here we go. Change the camera on over. These are the books that I picked up this week. And again, this is from my shop. that I go to. It's Miami Fresh Comics over on Instagram. He does claim sales every Saturday, usually around 11 o'clock at night. Motherfucker goes until like 11 a.m. next day sometimes, but usually he ends right around 4 a.m. Holy shit. So this one here,
next time, I'm sure.
well, everybody else is sleeping. I stay awake and watch the whole thing and then sleep the rest of the day because I don't want to miss something. It's FOMO, like this 1 in 20 Rob Liefeld homage cover to X-Force 2 that I got for $10. Or this Scarlet Witch one that I got for $10.
Nice.
This Wolverine that I got for 20, but apparently goes for a lot more and it's in perfect shape. Now, what I was looking for when I left Michael on the screen earlier, Mr. Miracle. So when he was on the screen earlier, I was running on over to these other boxes on the other side of the room because I just sort of tripped, fell, and accidentally started picking up these 80-page giants.
Wow.
So I now have half of a run. I just don't know where I put the damn things. So it's not before my Action Comics, and it's not in the DC box with like DC Comics Presents. So I'll have to figure it out at some point. But I got these for about 20, almost 30 a piece, and they're in really nice shape.
Nice.
Issue 8. What was that?
Those are pretty, man. How's the bind?
Beautiful.
That's in great shape. Those did not age well.
I mean, they're sharp copies for 1964, I believe.
Yeah,
Wow.
those are nice. Those are nice.
Envy.
80-page giants are always pricey, and most of the time they're reprints. It's very rare you ever get a new story out of an 80-page giant. I don't think you ever do.
Well, for these, they were all the origin stories.
Yeah.
So yes, please, for like 20, 30 a piece.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, I'm a war collector now. I wasn't a war collector this time last year, but I am today. I already have the first appearance of Enemy Ace, so he had this there. I didn't have it, and for $3, why not?
This freaking guy. He's like, I'm a war collector now.
I'm a war collector now. Especially when it's Joe Kubert.
Yeah, see, that's the best thing about the DC war books. Like 90% had Kubert covers. I mean, it's an insane amount, at least for a certain era, right? Like
it's either him or it's like Jerry Granadetti.
Right. It's like, and you can see those Kubert ones from a mile away. I see cheap Kubert war comics. They're coming home with me every time.
I already had this, but for $12.
With the Campbell Sig.
Yep.
What say you, Miracleman? Yeast or no yeast?
Well, if you look at the outfit, this is actually the most clothes she wears for the entire series. All 4 series, I might add. Most clothes that Fairchild wears at.
You're right.
The joke of the book is that her clothes are always getting destroyed.
Oh, no. I would wash your hands after this one, Rob.
Yeah.
She was supposed to be this nerdy girl that was very conservative. And then when she became like this, it's, I don't know how to act anymore. Everybody is smiling at me and I don't know why. This is the last thing I picked up because I'm trying to put together a run of this because the final issue 6, is a really hard one to find. I could probably get one now between 80 to 100 on eBay, but that is a little pricey. But
that's a little pricey.
There's not a lot of these out there. Go ahead.
No, I said that's you're right. That's kind of pricey. That's a nice looking book.
Yeah, this one was $8, so that was fine.
Yeah.
Those were all the ones that I picked up. And the funny thing, just like how I threw up that little banner when I had Michael showing his comic, and I just threw this up. Things that I've been noticing on Netflix, it's Women's History Month, so rather than showing movies that were directed by women or it's all about women, here's movies that just has like a woman or two in it.
Wow.
Yeah, that'll happen.
Yeah, I wish I could have tried a little harder for today, but today was one of those Key West days where my ass was up at 3 a.m. So the fact that I'm awake right now is just astonishing.
Mhm.
I'm not the only one who sees that cat, right? Everybody can
What
see the
cat? I don't know what you're talking about.
Cheshire cat is not really there.
Oh no.
I don't have a cat. What are you talking about?
Oh no.
That would be terrifying.
You know, I finally got the
Would keep
the
a cat in the
courage
room.
to tell my therapist that I was hearing voices, and my therapist said, "You don't have a therapist."
Oh.
You don't need a therapist. You're married.
So I also got some new books this week. How about I show those too?
Yeah,
Absolutely.
Okay.
So I'm going to start off with the first issues here from the creator. This fucking guy over here. From the creator of Beneath the Trees Where Nobody Sees is this free-for-all one-shot. This cover's by Matt Kint. It's an Oni Press book. But you can
When
see
did that come out?
that just came out this week. This is essentially, what if we made all the billionaires, if they want to keep their money, they can either give away half their money or fight to the death to keep it.
Yes, please.
They put two billionaires in a arena and they let them fight, and one of them doesn't make it out. A Garth Ennis Garth Ennis book came out this week. This oversized from Image and Ninth Circle called Kids. The premise of the story is every child under the age of 1 suddenly grows up to adulthood instantly. They don't have the mind of an adult. They still have the mind of an infant, and all hell breaks loose.
This is a Garth Ennis book. So how many?
What?
Yeah, how many are killing each other or fucking each other?
No fucking, lots of killing right out of the gate. So it's very violent. It's very dark. I don't know if you could say it has a happy ending, but it has an ending. Now moving on to friends of the show, Tony Fleeks, Trish Forstner, Farrell.
I know who Trish Forstner is.
I would hope so.
Too late, Tacoma. Too late.
Hope so. Farrell. This, I think, it was only supposed to be a 6-issue mini, and it sold so well it kept going. At least I hope that. That's my headcanon anyway. I love this book. I love kitties. But there's lots of animals in here. And basically it's all the animals. It's these house cats trying to escape from a rabies outbreak, and the humans are all wiping out all the animals and such. It's very depressing, but these kitties make it so far. And I think this might be the first time this happened, but this week we got a beautiful David Nakayama cover on the main Wonder Woman title. And we also got the Absolute Wonder Woman same week. How about that? Speaking of beautiful covers.
Yeah, there were so many Absolute books this week.
So many Absolute books. Speaking of.
Okay, here's a good question, Miracleman, because
Yes.
we are all collecting these. Are you putting these per box for Wonder Woman for Absolute, Superman for Absolute, or are you starting a new Absolute box?
Absolute box.
Yeah, I'm about to do that too.
There's enough of it here. Speaking of Absolute,
That's
there's
a
that
bold
Absolute
choice.
I know. I think it's got the legs, kids. I think it's got the legs. It's going to keep going. This was great. This was the only one that was kind of like, I like Denise's work. Denny's. I don't know. I like Camp's work. I like Javier's art. But I just didn't know about this one. Martian Manhunter is a character. He's a staple of the DC universe. If you're a DC head, Martian Manhunter's been around forever. When he wasn't around, it felt really weird. But I just didn't know about this series. I'm really glad I grabbed it.
Miracleman, I'm going to throw up a spoiler alert here because something that is very significant about this book, those that were trying to read this as a digital only, they didn't exactly get the same experience that we did. If you flip to the last page if you look at the back and front of it, if you look at it through light, it's the same page.
It's going to
Oh,
blow
wow.
your mind.
whoa.
It's
Yes,
like,
I see it. I see it. Hold on. Let's see if I
See
can
it?
do it. Let's
You
see if we
see
can
it?
make it work.
Do you see it?
You
Yeah.
can't make it work. You
What?
can't make it work. You
Oh,
can't.
Do you have like a light or something from your phone that you could shine behind it?
Or like
I don't-
something
I
on
don't-
fire in your house that you can.
I
A
can set,
candle.
I can set. Let me get an open flame near all these comics. Hold on a second.
Is there any old comics you could just light up or something?
Yeah, just set a torch behind the page.
What do you think this is? Whack Comics?
Do you have an accelerant? Okay. Oh yeah.
From
no, I
behind the
saw it.
page. Light it behind the page.
I saw
I
it.
am lighting it behind the
I
page.
saw it. I saw
Okay.
it. I saw
Yeah,
it.
there you go.
I'd
It's
say
the
it's
same
accelerant,
page.
though.
So, I don't know if that was worth potentially setting all my comics on fire, but, it was interesting to see. Speaking of beautiful covers, we have a great Nathan Zerdy from Justice League Unlimited this week. That's great, right?
Oh yeah.
I guess if you like.
Did you get the Mark Spears?
I did not. I just got the Zerdy.
Womp womp.
Yeah, I don't want to do that. There's the Metamorpho that came out this week. Really great. I wish Ramona was still with us. Black Canary, Best of the Best. Another solid DC title. Really enjoying it. Ultimate Spider-Man. I hate Spider-Man.
Right?
I hate Spider-Man. I don't
I
hate
get you.
Spider-Man. I've never seen the appeal, right? Never seen the appeal. The only Spider-Man title I've ever stuck with for an extended period of time, well, it wasn't even extended. It was the Chip Zdarsky Spider-Man where like through the years or life of the years or years of the life. The one where
Life
he
Story.
aged, life story. The one where he aged in real time. That was great. I got one more to show, and I don't know if I can show this book. Tim Seeley and Patton Oswalt have teamed up to bring Money Shot back. Does everybody remember Money Shot?
Yeah.
It's naughty. It's a naughty book, right? Hold on.
Didn't Richie Rich have a Money Shot series? No.
He did. So one of the characters is not visible here. He's doing things down below. Actually, two of the characters, they're doing things down below. You can imagine what. This is a very explicit cover, which is why I'm not showing it. I have the other explicit covers on their way. They are on order. So Money Shot's back. This was basically a recap issue that came out before they come back with the main series. And just to catch everybody up, hey, it's been a little while since you had some Money Shot. And it's coming back. There's a Tula Lotay cover that I have coming. Very excited to see that one. This one was done by Garth Graham, who's going to be the series regular artist for this one. And I know I got a couple of more, but I don't know where they're at. Like Savage Dragon came out this week, but I don't know where that is. Oh, Savage Dragon came out. Oh, wait, that's not true. I was going to say Savage Dragon came out this week and there was no naked women. And then I realized while you don't see anything, the Savage Dragon's daughter has her clothes blown off.
Oh no.
So, yeah, Eric Larson cannot not draw nudity in his books anymore. He just can't. He can't do it. Better not let him have
But when
Captain
you get to
America.
a certain age,
That's fair. That's fair. Yeah, that's true. Your prostate does hurt more. Oh wait, you weren't talking about that. But yeah, it's
Sure.
yeah. That's it. That's all the new books I got. I got more, but I don't know where they're at.
all right. So if we're showing new books, oh boy, here we go. So real quick, for those that have been watching the show for a period of time, we do have shorts. And in my shorts, usually the day after New Comic Wednesday, I'll drop a short. They're 1 minute and I set it to some trance music. So I did this one this week, but there were 58 new books this week that I picked up. Ouch. Final issue of Amazing Spider-Man before they relaunch it with a 7th volume. Variant cover. A Marvel Rivals variant cover, because why not, for $5.99. At least it's not 10. Daredevil, where apparently they might kill Bullseye, maybe.
No.
Probably not. Puluminati, haven't read it yet, but April Fool's Day, so it's probably a big joke. Unlike Doom Academy, where very much not a joke, especially when you got a Villalobos cover. Another pretty cover. I gotta start reading this one here. From what I hear, it really is kind of like a Strange Academy with the similar characters. But it is not written by Scotty Young. We got Tiger Division now becoming Doom's Division. And Ben Grimm is no longer hard. You know, ED affects all men at some point in their life, but usually not in the prime of their life. But they all have this look on their face when it happens. Fantastic Four
What a
versus
revolting development.
very revolting. I know he's probably blaming the Clancy Street Gang. I call it the Clancy Street Gang. Incredible Hulk. I'm still shocked that it's gone on 23 issues, but I'm here for it. Infinity Watch. And there's another one coming up soon where it's going to be having Coulson as Death. That'll be a cool looking cover. Getting all the Mark Brooks, so suck it up, Thanos. No, that's not Wolverine making that noise, but we'll just say it was. It was magic all along. Second print. It's like, yeah, the comic market might be kind of in the shitter right now, but I'll still get some of these covers as though like maybe 5 years from now, everything won't be in the shitter. I try and be hopeful. I'm an optimistic nihilist.
Who's the artist on that cover?
This is, I can't remember his name. He did Spider-Man Reign. Why can't I remember his damn name?
I don't know.
Should be on here somewhere.
Okay. Didn't mean to stump you. Sorry.
No, it's okay. Oh, no, there it is. It is Kare Andrews. That's it.
Okay.
So right now you could ask me, what's the 3-letter word for a writing instrument that has ink? And I would go, I have no fucking idea.
Marker.
Campbell. How do you spell Campbell? C-A fuck you. It's like normally I could spell, but right now my brain is having neurons just snapping in all the wrong ways. Thunderbolt Doomstrike, where it looks like they are recreating that famous scene from the movie Akira, or from the manga Akira. Uh-oh, we have more stuff in the private chat. Oh, no worries. All right, Ultimate Spider-Man. I'm still shocked that we are this far along in the series, but I am loving that now that they're introducing the Sinister Six, that we're getting all these yellow covers featuring the different members. Mysterio, I think, is next month.
Ooh, my favorite.
Here we have Ultimate Winter Soldier. Ultimate Wolverine. Still a pretty damn cool concept. Now, this, I think, is a first appearance, but don't ask me of who because I haven't gotten to it yet. But this is a cool looking cover. Look at those guys at the bottom.
Oh.
Where are they at the top?
Oh,
That's a great cover.
He's in trouble. Love this cover. Love Gail Simone, who's also somehow, for some reason, following me on Blue Sky, which, by the way, for all those that are out there watching this tonight, just a little bit of a reminder that the new comic book days, the videos that I all do, you can all find these on Blue Sky. And if you're not signed on to Blue Sky, it's at least the one social media place that isn't owned by corporate evil bastards that want to see the downfall of America and the world, apparently. Here's Wolverine Revenge.
Greg Capaldi still? Capaldi?
Yep, it is still Capullo and Hickman writing it. X-Force, I believe this is canceled with issue 10.
Oops.
Cool looking Forge cover. I haven't read a single one.
Okay.
This is based off of, I think it's one of those Infinite sort of deals where it was released digitally and then collected here. And then we have based off of the new hit TV show, the animated Your Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man, which is actually really good. I was surprised. It's a fresh take.
I second that. I really liked it.
All right, those were the Marvel. Now for the DC. Just like Miracleman, I had to pick myself up an absolute Martian Manhunter. I even put it in my lore. It's that good. Absolute Wonder Woman, nice black cover. I'm about 2 issues behind, but hopefully I'll catch up this weekend. Women's Day, we have the Jenny Friesen cover. And usually any time that Jenny Friesen does a cover, I'll pick it up. I don't care if every single one of them looks exactly like her or if they start looking alike. They are still just beautiful covers. Speaking of beautiful covers, I believe this coming week we're going to be having an oversized... We see you. We see you. We're going to be getting an oversized version of this coming out, I believe, next week or the week after. And I don't know if they're doing that for the full series, and I haven't read this yet, but I have heard that they're killing off a major, major member with a smile. Here is the Campbell cover. Don't ask me how to spell Campbell. CAMPBELXYFUKB.
So close. So close.
Batman The Long Halloween. I'm not sure if this one had a B cover, but if there was one that's being done by Bill Sienkiewicz, I will pick that up. Black Canary Best of the Best. Tom King, I get all of his stuff, and I read it when he finishes, so I actually know what's going on from issue to issue. Because as you see, I pick up a lot of stuff. And if I'm going to be getting only one Flash cover, I'm going to be getting the David Nakayama one. Green Arrow, written by Condon, who was writing Wonder Woman before. And here we have Jeremy Adams writing Green Lantern. This has been a really, really fun read. Here we have Jenny Friesen doing another Wonder Woman cover. They're starting to look a little similar. Similar being a euphemism for exactly the same, but what do I know?
Hey, I've seen those butts before.
Hey, I like seeing some
Birdie
fish.
butts.
Anytime I see fish nuts, it just
Fish nuts.
chemically melts.
Fish nuts.
What did I say?
You
Fish
said fish
nuts.
nuts, which I think you should keep. It's great. Don't edit it out.
Fish nuts. Yeah.
Speaking of the time I got caught in a fishing net.
Here we have Mark Spears. This is the issue that Miracleman didn't get, but I am getting just about all of his covers as long as it's not a ratio variant. Speaking of DNA, David Nakayama, he's over here on issue 49. 50 comes out next month.
That Nathan Zerdy cover, not Nathan Zerdy, I'm sorry, I'm an idiot. That Mark Spears cover you just showed, that makes me feel like he's doing too many covers. That's making me feel
Really?
like, yeah, that one there really turns me off of his art. I'm not gonna lie.
Huh.
That one
Okay.
there, you know, I'm a DC guy, but that one there's definitely not doing it for me.
I mean, like, to me, it's not like Peach, who seems to do 20 covers a month. He keeps the numbers down, seemingly, like maybe 3, 4, 5 a month, which is still a lot, but it doesn't seem like, let's get this one done and that one done and that one done and just cranking it out without backgrounds. He's still doing full backgrounds. It's not like to the point, like, for an example, when we're looking at a lot of her covers where there just are no backgrounds anymore. Just, you'll like the foreground character and take what I'll give you and like it.
That's fair.
I mean, let's get back to his cover. Where is it? He's still doing a full detailed background. I mean, it's not the most detailed because maybe he is under pressure, but there's like some Kirby crackle. You have the space station, you have the moon or the Earth.
Is that supposed
Speed
to look a bit like
lines.
Christopher Reeves, or am I imagining that?
I think he was going for that look.
Okay.
But that's just my opinion. I could be wrong. All right, we're almost coming up to the hour mark here. Let me try and run through these quicker. So this one's going to introduce a new Metamorpho, and the issue 5A cover will feature all of them. So make sure to pick that up on FOC. This is ending with issue 20 or 21. So make sure to remember to pick up that final issue. If I'm going to pick up a Superman cover, I'm going to pick up the DNA cover. The cover A is really nice, but I'm picking up enough of this stuff.
Yeah.
Wonder Woman's been great thus far. Here is the cover A. And here's that beautiful DNA cover. It's like I'm addicted to DNA.
It's a great cover.
You got your DNA all over that cover.
Oh, that's what I've been told.
Oh, hello.
So not everybody knows what this is, but for
That's
those that were collecting for a while, I was getting Mouse Guard way back in the early 2000s when it first came out through Archaea. And now it's still being printed, still through Archaea and Boom Studios. So these are a little oversized. How oversized? Well, here we go. These are the average size of a comic. Whoops, and I just dropped it.
And it's ruined forever.
Yeah, so as you can see, it's wide, it's long, it's short, it's weird. So I'll have to figure out a way to put this into something. I just don't know what yet.
Golden Age or magazine.
I'll probably have to do that. I'm probably just going to leave it on a shelf with the hard covers that I have. All right, Archie's Mr. Justice, issue 3. Have the first two, might as well get the third. Bitterroot is back. I'm so happy that this is back. What I'm not happy about, it's not issue 16.
What?
It's issue 1.
Oh,
Yeah,
no.
that's plan.
Yeah, it's the next movement.
Yeah, so they've, I guess, advanced in time 30 years, so I guess it's the 60s instead of the 30s. New story, reboot with a new issue 1. But I'll be getting every one of them because the initial series was just sublime. I learned more about Black history through a fictional comic book than I did back in high school education. How bad is that? All right. Exorcism at 1600 pen, anything that's written by Hannah Rose May. And I mean, she looks like a model. She writes like she is a beast because these are really good books. So I will be reading this once I finally get the whole series done because just like Rogues, it's a good read all at once. Binge that shit. And in promoting Mr. Fleeks and Miss Forstner, we have Feral number 11 because I try and get anything that they work on. But they're very prolific. Especially Trish Forstner working on all those Disney comics. Feral number 11, the variant. Good thing Lady Fantastic isn't here because she'd be writing me for getting something I won't bring up. The Last Boy, where when I got this, it was already an 8.5.
Oh,
But hey, here's Monstrous 56. We're getting to the end of this.
I read that last
I'm
night
going
or
to
the
wait
night
until it's
before.
over.
that is like finally a monstrous book where like the story was just a little bit more linear and a little less like I'm not sure what's going on with all these cats. It made, you know, I love Monstrous, and first 30, 35 issues were awesome. It went off the rails a little bit, started to come back. Then it went off the rails again, and that issue really brought me back, especially the very last page is a 2-page spread that's amazing.
Oh, you were showing that on Jigs just the other night. I'm going to look forward to reading this when it finally ends. All right, so this is very, very close to the end. And then we have Universal Monsters, The Mummy. This is the Josh Middleton cover. And just the first issue. There are only 4 issues. Might as well pick them up. And here is the kitty down there. And we're just going to hope we're down to the last couple books. That he doesn't jump up here and cause a repeat of that one episode.
Do it.
And then we have We're Taking Down Everyone with Us.
Yeah, it's a good book.
Is that Is he holding somebody's hand, a baseball bat, a sword, a
The hands
lightsaber?
back.
A
Their
hand.
hands. They're holding hands.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, that's somebody holding their hand.
Are you
God.
sure?
Yes.
Okay. Because it sounds reasonable, but it also could be some sort of like lightsaber baseball bat.
Yeah. No, it's somebody holding their hand.
Okay.
All right. So those were all the new books that came out this past week. I showed you my old book, showed you my new books. Unless there's anything else anybody needs to go, hey, I got some more books, and it looks like Tacoma does.
One book. One book.
Whoa!
So I picked it up Wednesday. I feel like I've had it for a week, the amount that I've been talking about it and showing it off. Nice copy. It's got some browning on the cover, got a spine roll, but it's got no ticks, no rips. It's glossy, doesn't even have a spine split, which I find incredible. The back is nice. I'm putting that like a 7.0, thinking with a clean and a press, it might be an 8.0, even better. Super happy with it. Just super, super happy.
Great pick, man.
Congratulations.
Yeah,
Yeah.
congratulations. Great.
We haven't done this episode, so here you go. This is your key of the week.
Warning, 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 warning. Banger alert, banger alert.
Yeah.
Put
Yeah.
it back in here before I damage it. But yeah.
That's a great one, man. Congratulations.
Big book. My biggest book for sure. And it's just like super happy. Thank you. I'll stop showing it off in about a week or two.
Yeah. Mr. Miracle over here was saying he really likes seeing all the color retouches on the cover.
Dick.
It blends in really well.
So Tacoma, are you going to be having a appearance tomorrow on Astonishing Comics?
I don't think so. No, I'm
All right,
not.
but just in case, check them out because they do one every single weekend, and at least twice a month they do a vintage auction and they do a whale auction where every book starts off at $100. They're big books, they're hard books to find, and holy shit, the stock market dropped 700 points today, so you are going to have less competition from the average investor class comic book collector. So if you're looking for a big book, this Sunday night on eBay is going to be the night, or during tomorrow night's auction. Otherwise, any other appearances anybody's having?
Oh, excuse me.
I'm about to appear in my bed in about 5 minutes.
Yeah.
I think that's going to be all of us except for Mr. Miracle because this son of a bitch can stay awake all night long.
Well, it's only 7 o'clock here, so I got to go eat dinner first.
Yeah, there is that.
I'll be binge watching Reacher season 3 tonight, so that's my night.
Hey, give the Residents on Netflix a watch. I'm on the last episode. It's really good.
What's it about?
It's sort of a detective mystery in the same vein as Knives Out and Glass Onion.
Okay.
They even reference how similar they are by saying, "Oh, I'm nothing like that detective." And Benoit Blanc, they mentioned my name, but it's a murder mystery at the White House. An oddball lady going through and picking up clues because she's more observant and smarter than everybody else, and lets them know it too, which is kind of funny. And her greatest power is she just sits there and stares at you until you give up some information that you're trying to keep. So it's a lot of fun. It's lighthearted, but it's well done.
So she's a cat. She uses
Oh.
the cat
Yeah.
technique.
What you're saying is she's autistic and she knows how to weaponize it.
Yeah, that's not a bad way of putting it at all.
Yeah.
If we're going to be talking autism and weaponizing it, there is a movie that I highly recommend from the early 2000s. It is a kung fu movie called Chocolate. It's about this girl that can watch any move on TV and just like Taskmaster can kick people's ass. And it's like one of those movies where all the stunts are real and people really got injured.
Nice. That's always good.
What you got there, Mike?
A graphic novel.
Oh my.
A little hardcover collection of Amanda
It's
Connor.
for Women's
goodness.
Month. Women's my
You
favorite.
were literally too stupid to insult.
This is my
Wow.
favorite woman creator, Amanda Connors.
Amanda Connor is great. Fantastic creator. Fantastic creator. Just moving on. Not even going to engage on it.
Yeah.
Not even
So-
looking at the screen.
So we'll be back next week. Next week will be the first week of April. You'll get to see all our new pickups. We'll talk about more subjects, and hopefully I'll be a little bit more awake than I was tonight. But hey, I didn't screw up the whole thing like I did a couple weeks ago. So small victories, right?
Nobody has any recollection of what you're saying. Stop beating yourself up about that.
Yeah. We
That's
believe
right.
in you, Rob.
And nobody ever watches past a week of
The
a
three
show.
of us do this on our own, so don't worry about it.
All right. Thank you all so much for coming. Anybody that's watched tonight, thank you so much for watching. Those that watch on the replay, thank you so much. People that have been coming here from YouTube, from Twitter, or Instagram also, and Facebook.
Blue Sky.
Vomitous. Blue Sky. Hey, we thank you all so much for watching, and we'll be back next week. So till then, take a look over at our account over on Blue Sky. We show books every single day. It's all we post. So until then, see you next week. Love y'all. Don't die. Roll one.
Don't die. Yeah.
Thanks for tuning in. If you want to see this episode again, along with a catalog of back episodes and issues, surf on over to Not Near Mint on YouTube, Twitter, and Instagram. Subscribe and hit that bell for notifications.